Hi, today is Saturday, August 25, and another video. It's 3 today. Black folk. Listen, man, I gotta tell you straight up. Don't fucking accept any fucking charity from anything called non-profit or social help. I'm telling you, I have never experienced such a degrading and disgusting system. And, you know, it's been around for so long. And I'm just like, can they not fucking see that something is not working here? Because, for example, if people are going in between, you know, maybe job change or, you know, some kind of little bit of hardship, right? You should be able to go to the central administration, say, look, I'm experiencing this hardship, but this is what I need to get back on my feet. I need, like, I don't know, 2.5 million, or I need 50,000, or I try and plan in like 5-year terms. So I need like 500,000 to, for example, activate my research. And you know, after that 5-year term, make a presentation to the government to say, okay, this is why we should be doing things this way. And then hear what they have to say, right? And, you know, my recommendation, please, is that, you know, do your best not to rely on the system. And if you are on the system, what you need to do is you need to sort of do like an analysis, like a scan of what you want in your life. And it's initially, it could be a difficult thing to do, because what you have to do is you have to unlearn behavior that's been learned. And you don't need like medication and pharmaceutical to change habits. What you need is you just need a hand out and a hand up. And for someone to say, well, have you actually considered this? And then, you know, the light bulbs start opening, right? Or turning on. And so, you know, what you could do is do this as a test. Go into a center, an unemployment center in different communities. Go into, like, for example, why do we have white communities and non-white communities? Like, if we're about multiculturalism and tolerance and diversity, why do you have this segregation? And so go into these segregated areas and look at, for example, who's in these unemployment offices. Look who's employed there. And, you know, just do some observation. Say to yourself, you know, look at these fucking people. Like, for example, my situation, you know, I'd be like, okay, I'm looking for, oh fuck, it's just so many things, like, you know, writing up like a really funny curriculum, right? And teaching this shit at night school, right? And what I, you know, would call it is, one of it is environmental justice, but also feminism for men, right? And make sure you cite your sources. So, you know, it's funny because I haven't even had the opportunity to do that. And I know that I could actually get something out there. And you know what? Get people laughing and get people questioning, like, what the fuck is this, you know? And empower men, especially, to get after these fucking dirty women that cause, like, a lot of shit, right? So, you know, there's some things that I wanted to do, and, you know, they're sort of delayed, and, you know, quite frankly, like, I'm now saying to myself, okay, I gotta, like, cost these delays. And it's just cost after cost after cost after cost. Like, I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life determining costs. I want to do things that are actually activating my gifts, and I find that this social welfare system is very, very dehumanizing. And anything to do with non-profit, that's bullshit, because non-profit is in the business for profit. Because if they were not in the business for profit, then it'd be all volunteer. So I don't know what the fuck these non-profits are, but I'm sorry, man. I don't even support. I think they should just cut the funding from all of anything called non-profit and just privatize. You know, you know, there's this discussion around public and private balance, but I'm sorry, I don't see the balance with public. I find public is very, very problematic. And for example, if I engineer something, I want credit for that because that's what they also teach at fucking university. Make sure you cite your sources. And when you get into these discussions around public this and public ownership, that's not true, because look at, for example, unions in a public environment. All these people look the same. Or, if they look different, they all think the same. So they're all connected. And that's not how public should actually operate. And even like this election boundary, it's York South Weston in, Ontario, Canada. Like, look at sort of the governance, right? We all make decisions, but the governance, they're all the same. And you look at, for example, certain neighborhoods, like people who have, capital, some kind of accumulation of capital. It's not people like us. And where I'm coming from, for example, in another province, that's not even how it works. If you want a place somewhere, you get a place wherever the fuck you want. But here, it's like, what the fuck is this? And then you hear about stuff like in sort of the United States where, the U.S., they're very not progressive and all this stuff. And, they've done some really terrible things to blacks in the U.S., which I agree. But it happens here too. I mean, look at these black depots where you have, black shit working in these places. These what they call healthcare centers, and they hurt people's feelings, and they play on people's emotions, and they traffic all these pharmaceuticals, and people get intimidated by this stuff because they think that the language that's being spoken to them cannot be understood by them. But when you actually listen very closely to sort of how people in these areas actually reason, they have no ability to reason. So I'm just like, well, how the fuck do these people even get these jobs? So, there's a lot of different things that we actually have to consider when it comes to, whether or not we want to actually participate in certain things. And to the black community, do not get yourself involved in dependency around social welfare. It's funny because I would even like to get into some of these communities and say, do you fucking even know that you can actually own your own acreage? You can have your own ranch. You can have your own farm, this kind of stuff, right? And if they say no, then that will make me wonder, why exactly would this person not know that? So Ontario is a very, very interesting place, and let me tell you something, there's a lot of bullshit here, and they need to have more people like myself here, because the way they operate is just crazy. And then people say, Italians and blacks are on the same page. That's fucking bullshit. Come to this election boundary and look at the race. It's beyond racism. It's dehumanization. And if I could even get some undercover footage and show you some of this bullshit that some of these Italian communities do, it's fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. So we're not on the same page, people. And when you look at, for example, employment, you look at, for example, look at the city of Toronto and go to a department and look at the names. The names are all, they look similar. Hello, that says something's wrong here. So, you know what, to the black community, I mean, this is just, I'd rather share the marginalized black community. This is my information for you. And, I also learn from you as well, because I'm also part of that community. And, I don't see myself as marginal, but, it's good when we start sharing information, definitely. Anyways, hope your day's going good. I'm going to upload these on YouTube, and I'm filming right now, and I know you're watching this on YouTube, but I have to figure out how to make the uploads a little bit quicker, because some of these videos, they take a long time, almost a whole day to upload. So anyways, hope you're having a good one. Do not accept social help from nonprofit organizations. They're shit.